Making the headlines this morning, Governor Obiano reshuffles cabinet, the first since commencement of second term. Media practitioners asked to use technology or advancement to push for positive change in the society. Nigerian Communications Commission to establish Internet Industry Code of Practice. And on the foreign, seeing dozens killed in car bomb attack in Syria. Good morning and welcome to the news at 7. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Governor Willie Obiano, in a meeting of the State Executive Council, announced his first major cabinet reshuffle since the commencement of his second term in office. The changes include Michael Okonkwo, formerly Commissioner for Environment, is now Commissioner for Housing. Engineer Mecca Ezenwanne, formerly Commissioner for Housing, is now Commissioner for Public Utilities. Obiwankwo, formerly Commissioner for Public Utilities, is now Commissioner for Environment, while Afamun Banefo, formerly Commissioner for Agriculture, is now Commissioner for Youth Entrepreneurship and Creative Economy. Others are Bonaventure Enemali, formerly Commissioner for Youth Entrepreneurship and the Creative Economy, is now Commissioner for Lands, while Nnamdi Onukuba, formerly Commissioner for Lands, is now Commissioner for Agriculture. According to a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. James Eze, the commissioners were given 2 weeks to hand over. Governor Willie Obiano has renewed the call for think-home philosophy, urging Anambra indigents living in other parts of the world to bring home and invest part of their wealth in the state. Governor Obiano was speaking when he witnessed the grand opening ceremony of Dreams Chicken and Fries located at number 3 Club Road in Oka. Government House correspondent Ejike Abada has details.
The governor was accompanied to the venue by top government functionaries, including Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Chief Primus Odele, Traditional Ruler of Enugu Aguleri, Igwe Chukwuemeka Eri. Others include Commissioner for Transport, Mr. Uchenna Okafor, Commissioner for Trade and Commerce, Dr. Christian Madubuko, Mr. Uche Okafor representing Ayamelum at the State House of Assembly, the member representing Anambra East constituency at the State House of Assembly, among others. Governor Obiano applauded many that heeded his Akuluono call in 2014 when he assumed office, priding in the fact that positive outcomes are there for everyone to see, as his administration has witnessed increased number of people living outside the state, bringing their wealth home. The governor also applauded the owner of the restaurant, urging others who are still contemplating whether to come home and invest their resources or not, that government has provided adequate security and conducive environment for businesses to thrive.
First, I'm very happy that he's doing this. He's, walking into the tune of our Akuluono concept. It's an opportunity to ask Anambra to please bring your business home. You can see he's employing 64 people, a very sizable number of youths that ordinarily would have been doing something else, but have been gainfully employed here. So I'm very happy to come here purely because of to motivate Chris Kato to do more and ask Anambra to come here. Security is guaranteed by God, and the security is under my watch since 2014. This place is patrolled 24 hours. And you can see this place is very busy.
The owner of the restaurant, who is the former House of Representatives member for Anambra East and West, Mr. Chris Kato Emeke, appreciated the governor's efforts in providing security in the state, which has ensured returns on investment. He hinted that he answered the call because he felt it is a good venture, saying that by providing over 60 direct jobs, he has joined the government to curb unemployment rates.
This is one of the calls we heeded by His Excellency. The call to come home and invest. Akuluono. Excellency, you can see it. And see we are reducing the unemployment in this place. And that is the more reason why we have called you to witness what we've done here.
In Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Governor Willie Obiano has restated this resolve of his administration to give all religious denominations a sense of belonging. He stated this at Nnewi during a Thanksgiving service to mark the fourth session of the 8th Synod of Diocese of Nnewi holding at St. Mark's Anglican Church, Nnewi. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo was there and now reports.
Obiano, represented by his deputy, Dr. Nkemo Okeke, stressed the need for religious bodies in the state to support the government, pointing out that the actualization of a better society where peace and progress reign remains a collective task. He assured that his government will sustain its good governance and the equitable distribution of democracy dividends across the state, calling for the prayers of the church. As the synod is the last to be presided over by Archbishop Godwin Okpala, who is due for retirement in September this year, Governor Obiano commended him for his selfless services to Nnewi Diocese, praying God to bless and keep him.
For peace, for tranquility. So we continue to work for the goodness of this state in Jesus' name.
Earlier in his sermon on the theme of the synod, which is steadfastness in God's service, the Bishop of Kwara Diocese, Right Reverend Sunday Adewole, charged Christians to remain committed to the work of God, as according to him, selfless service to God pays. He advised Christians that still wait to be compelled to serve God to have a rethink.
Today, because he was immovable, he's still solid, still firm, today we can say that he has fought the good fight of faith.
The synod service was presided over by the Archbishop, Province of the Niger, and Bishop, Diocese of Nnewi, Most Reverend Professor Godwin Okpala, from St. Mark's Anglican Church, Nnewi. I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Moving ahead, media practitioners have been advised to use the advanced technology in means of communication to effect positive change in the society, instead of allowing the technology to have negative effects on them and their immediate environment. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Chief Uchenwora, gave their advice while delivering a keynote speech during an interactive session of Catholic Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, Awka Catholic Diocese, as part of activities marking the 53rd edition of World Communications Day in Awka Diocese. Correspondent Ngozi Obileri covered the event and now reports.
The event was attended by media practitioners from various organizations and recognized institutions in Anambra State. It was put together by the Social Communications Department of Awka Catholic Diocese to avail media practitioners opportunity to brainstorm on ways to effect positive change through communication. Delivering the keynote speech, Chief Nwora regretted that instead of using the advancement in technology to make positive impact in the society, some media practitioners are using it as means to spread falsehood and unfounded information, thereby causing unrest in the society. On the theme for this year's event, we are members one of another, from social network community to the human community. Chief Nwora recommended constant human relationship as a means of improving human communication. He said that technology and social web should be complementary to interpersonal communication.
Traffic has gone online. So as a journalist, we all need to be aware and conscious of this. Don't think that, oh, I'm a videos reporter, I'm in Awka. I'm writing for people. No, you're writing for a global audience. Because it could be people from Anambra State that live wherever they live, that are interested. It could be also other people. Part of our traffic are people in Abia, Imo, all sorts of places. So this is an example of how we should leverage on technology, on social media for the work we do, not the one we do and do share.
The president of Kampan, Awka Catholic Diocese, Mr. Gabe Obaleze, urged media practitioners to bring to bear such things and events that would improve healthy living in the society through their style of reporting, instead of pushing out negative information that could worsen the situation of a helpless and hopeless society. While appreciating the Awka Diocese for the reception accorded media practitioners in the diocese, Mr. Obaleze said that just like Pope Francis said, media practitioners should use their tools to bring about peace, social cohesion, and good human relations.
It's good, especially for media practitioners, to use their tool of trade to bring about peace, to bring about social cohesion, to bring about peaceful coexistence in the society.
On his part, the chairman of Nigeria Union of Journalists, Anambra State Council, Comrade Emma Ifesinachi, called for unity of purpose among journalists for enhanced output. The director of Fides Communications, Reverend Father Martin, appreciated all who graced the occasion and re-emphasized on the need for accurate information and less fake news on the social media. The public relations officer and head, Media and Communications, Federal Polytechnic Oko, Comrade Obini Onuchukwu, the managing director, Anambra Printing Corporation, publishers of National Light newspapers, Achuka Nabife, Mr. Chris Obileri of Purity FM, a blogger, David Eleke, Dr. Henry Duru of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Mr. Nnamdi Chijindu of National Light newspapers, among others, suggested ways of improving the lives of journalists. From St. Patrick's Cathedral, Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Members of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, have been called upon to work hard towards delivering the party in the next gubernatorial election in the state. The state chairman of the party, Anambra, made the call while playing host to members of Willie Obiano support group who paid him a courtesy visit at the party secretariat in Oka. Again, Ngozi Obileri has the report.
Addressing the group, Sanopat appreciated them for their support since the past 4 years, saying that the Willie Obiano support group has helped the party in no small measures in winning many elections in the state. He charged them not to relent but to continue in their exceptional ways of supporting the party, especially during the next governorship election in the state, while commending the faithful at the ward, local government and state level for conducting huge free congresses that produce worthy executives that will pilot the affairs of the party at various levels. Sanopat pledged to carry everyone along to ensure that the party rose from the number 3 party in Nigeria to number 1.
Governorship election 2022 are very tough. Very tough. Very tough in Anambra State. But I'm trying to make it of the line.
Earlier in his speech, the national chairman, Willie Obiano Support Group, Chief Jude Emecheta, said the visit was to congratulate the APGA state chairman on his emergence as the party state chairman for the second time and to assure him of their strong support and loyalty. The patron of the group and the member representing Ayamelum constituency in the State House of Assembly, Ms. Uchen Nokafo, appreciated the APGA state chairman for all the support he gave them at the early stage of the group, which he said helped them to come out strong, and promised their willingness to work together with the party at all times. The state secretary of the party, Chief Tony Ifanya, and the deputy chairman of the party, Mr. C.Y. Okereke, spoke at the event, while the chairman of the Willie Obiano support group in Anambra Central, Chief Asha Nnabife, and the senior special advisor to the governor on media and grassroots mobilization, Mr. Ebuna Amota, were in attendance. In Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Moving ahead, Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) says it will establish Internet Industry Code of Practice for service providers in the country to mitigate the effects of cybercrimes on broadband consumers. Alhaji Ismaili Adedigba, Deputy Director and Head Information and Reference Unit NCC, Consumer Affairs Bureau, disclosed this during the 50th edition of the organization's Consumer Town Hall meeting, CTM, in Ago Iwoye, Ogun. Adedigba said that the move became necessary as the liberalization of the telecoms industry led to unprecedented increase in the usage of internet-based services, which exposed more consumers to cyber threats. He added that the Internet Code is another regulatory intervention by NCC, expected not only to help secure cyberspace, but to also address issues relating to online child protection, privacy, and data security. Following the recent pronouncement of new capital base and deadline for the insurance industry recapitalization by the National Insurance Commission, the companies are making moves on how to scale this hurdle. Recently, the National Insurance Commission announced new capital requirements for operators in the insurance industry. In a recent circular to its regulated entities, life insurance companies' capital was raised from 2 billion naira to 8 billion naira. General companies got a raise from 3 billion naira to 10 billion naira, while composite insurance companies' capital was raised from 5 billion naira to 18 billion naira. The regulator also increased the capital of reinsurance insurance companies from 10 billion naira to 20 billion naira. NICOM stated that the commencement date for this circular was May 20, 2019, while the deadline was fixed at June 30, 2020. After the announcement, some stakeholders in the sector had a meeting on how to scale the hurdle of recapitalization. Some operators who spoke on condition of anonymity said that the development was a great challenge for them as the specifications in the new recapitalization circular were far stricter than the tier-based recapitalization, which was cancelled last year in the sector. And on the foreign scene, more than a dozen people were killed in a car bomb in a city held by Turkish-backed rebels in northern Syria, a war monitor has revealed. The incident took place at a bustling market in the city of Azaz, near the Turkish border, killing 14 people. According to anonymous sources talking to Turkey's Anadolu agency, no group has yet claimed responsibility for the attack, and Anadolu added 4 children were among those killed in the explosion, said War Monitor Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, which reported the death toll as 19. The attack also wounded more than 20 people, according to the UK-based Monitor. Let's talk sports. 5 Anambra youths that took part in the 2018 Academicals Championship have been invited to the national camp by the Nigerian Football Federation. The chairman of Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Mr. Tony Oli, disclosed this at Ifitedunu during the final match of the 2018, 2019 Under-17 and Under-13 Academical Championships organized by the Anambra State government. Valentine Mbadoga filed in this report.
Mr. Oli, while appreciating the state government, Fidelity Bank and others who partnered them in making the tournament a success, expressed hope that more talented Anambra youth through grassroots sports development will be exposed to greater opportunities.
We witnessed the best of soccer at our youth level.
Earlier, while handing the trophy to the winners, Governor Willie Obiano, through the Deputy Governor, Dr. Nkem Okeke, commended the Anambra State Sports Development Commission for a job well done, adding that the state government will continue to invest in youth development through sports.
Whoever wasn't involved in this has already missed out. And I believe after watching this, after being informed of what happened, they will be interested in sponsoring other youth programs.
In a remark, the managing director of Fidelity Bank PLC, Mr. Nnamdi Okonkwo, noted that sports is a vital element in youth development and assured of their continuous partnership with the state government.
You can see what happened today. I think that was really standard, international standard show they put up. So we're very proud to have supported this.
Others who spoke during the event included the member representing Ihiala-2 constituency in the State House of Assembly and Chairman House Committee on Sports, Dr. Pascal Abodike, the House member representing Agwata-1 constituency in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Ikechukwu Umenwa, the Transition Committee Chairman, Onitsha North Local Government Area, Mr. Patrick Mba, the traditional ruler of Ifitedunu, Igwe Dr. Emeka Iluno, among others, expressed delight over the present state of sports in Anambra State, assuring their continuous support to grassroots sports development in the state. Central School Ekulobia beat Eri Primary School Aguleri 3-1 to lift the trophy in the Under-13 category, while Community Secondary School Oga lifted the trophy in the Under-17 category, winning the grand prize of 1 million naira, while Metropolitan College Onitsha and Bubendorf Memorial Grammar School Adazin Nuku were the first and second runners-up respectively. In jubilation as the winners of the competition, the principal of Community Secondary School Oga, Comrade Emmanuel Ibeneme, some players from Community Secondary School Oga team, including the top goal scorer of the tournament, Chikamso Sebodo, with 7 goals, and Chibike Nsiebunam, who also scored the winning goal against Metropolitan College Onitsha, Sunday Igwebike, and Onyadika Okeke of Central School Ekulobia, who both scored the goals that also led to their victory, thanked the state government for organizing the tournament and expressed hope that such competition would offer them the opportunity to exhibit their talents in football. Other dignitaries that graced the event include the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Anambra Broadcasting Service, Chief Uche Nwora, other top government functionaries and captains of industry. The kickoff of the match was performed by the Honorable Commissioner for Basic Education, Professor Kate Omenua, in company of the Chairman, Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Mr. Oli.
And that just it on the news. But before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/ABS Radio TV online. Follow us on Twitter at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points of the news again. Governor Obiano has reshuffled cabinet, the first since commencement of second term. Media practitioners have been asked to use technology and advancement to push for positive change in the society. Nigerian Communications Commission is to establish Internet Industry Code of Practice. And on the foreign scene, we reported that dozens have been killed in car bomb attack in Syria. And that's the size of our package this morning. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidima Orangwa. Good morning, and Good Morning Anambra still continues.